Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch the Movie. I'm Mike and he's Jay, and welcome back to all you fuckers who only watch us for our Game of Thrones recaps.
You're going to be totally left off of our Christmas list forever.
The 12 of you who were originally here, thank you. The rest of you, thank you.
Yeah, we're beggars.
It's been so fucking
Come
long.
back.
Dude, watching every year that we do this, or every time they have a new season, it's so hard to get back in the saddle again.
It's such a brain fart moment when you're sitting there watching it and like you're like, who the fuck is that? It's
so
like
many
going,
names.
It's like going to a high school reunion and you don't recognize anybody, but you always see that person. They're like, hey man, do you remember we hung out in the bleachers that one time and I was like, trading like Marvel cards with you? Like, fuck yeah, I do.
Daenerys and Radar was always over by the jukebox.
Your name is like Raymond. It's like, no, it's Jim. It's like, Raymond, Jim, Jermaine.
It's so hard.
Ray Jim.
There's so many pieces. But dude, this season feels different. You know why this season feels different, Jay?
Why? Because I'll fucking tell you. God.
This season...
Say your prayers. Eat your vitamins and work out and train. I feel like Hulk Hogan when this thing comes on. Promotional piece.
Thunderlips.
Thunder Buddies.
Thunderlips. That's the name of the game. No, but why this season feels so fucking different is because the show has now, for the most part, surpassed the books. Mm-hmm. So now there's not all these, I know what's going to happen. I've had better.
Your breath stinks.
There's not all that shit going on. There's a lot of new shit going on here. And I tell you, when this shit started, like some of the episodes, like I think it was last season or whatever, the first episode started real slow. This one just pulled its dick out, put it in your face, and said, "Shame, ding ding ding, dick shame, ding ding ding."
Your dick is in my face.
And then they cut your hair and made you walk through the forest.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. It goes 100 miles an hour now, which is great. It's there was nothing wrong. They had to build the story. Back in the early days, it was like a slow build, like you said. But they were building the character, they were building the world, and so that now that we're there and we're at season fucking 7, it's been on 7 years. Dude, god damn, I'm fucking old.
Yeah.
I have nowhere in my life to go.
I got no place else to go.
But 7 years, man, and finally we're at the point, we're at the end game now. We're at the Jon Snow level of badassery that we all fucking know and love, and it is apparent that he is holding back a raging tiger in his soul and he wants to spring the fuck out of it. So, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Sansa.
Tell us.
Shut the fuck up when brother's speaking.
Yeah.
Because when you interrupt him, by the way, in this episode, it's like, well, maybe we should take the castle from other people that were loyal, or take the castle from the people that weren't loyal to you and give them to the folks that were loyal to you. You turn around and you say, maybe what we should do is have you go to your fucking room and shut the fuck up and let Peter Baelish put his little finger in your butthole. Because I'm tired of you're not the king situation.
It's just a little finger.
Yeah, I get to that part. It was funny to me though, because it really looked like Jon Snow looked at her and he had to like pretty much show big brother attitude. It was like, Sansa, Mom left me in charge, okay?
Mom, get out of my room!
Shut up, I'm serious!
Yeah, dude, I felt that moment too, because what was so awkward about it was she's used to like us having these private conversations, and in private she just tells him how she feels.
That's fine.
But this was in front of everybody. He was having his speech. We're back, like, you know, the castle's back, we're fucking here, Ramsay's dead. He's got his big speech, and she's like, but you're fucking wrong. Excuse me, you're fucking wrong.
Excuse me, who's King of the North? Could that be me? I have fucking cards and everything with my name says King of the North, Jon Snow. Fuck you, I came back from the dead.
But he put her in her place, but he did so in a respectful way, as a nice gentleman like Jon Snow.
Yeah, but he had that steel.
He had to, man, because if he didn't, people would have questioned his leadership.
It's kind of like if you were talking to your sister and be like, listen, if she was like being like a little ass to you or something in front of your friends, be like, that's great, maybe I should tell Mom about where you went last night with your fucking picture, slut. Maybe it wouldn't be that bad, but it's, it was cool to see all that moment. You see the loyalty, he forgives the people that, the sons of the people that betrayed the Starks, and lets them keep their castle and stuff. You get to hear their battle plans and things like that, what they're going to be doing. You get to see Littlefinger being like pimp as always in the corner going, it's like if they only knew my dick was 10 inches. Hulk Hogan has a 10-inch dick. I have a young.
He is always John Lovitz in the background of The Wedding Singer when the curtain comes. He's like,
I don't know, dude. He always reminds me of the guy, the one dude from The Campaign that just disappears into the shadow.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
is that him?
I'm reaping all the benefits.
Yeah.
But no, that's not where it actually starts. Where it starts out is with an even bigger bang than that, with Arya. When she comes back, and you've got the...
I love to see little children grow up to be murderers.
They did
the fucking children.
The fucking children! They did this crazy Mission Impossible scene where this dude's talking to all of his people, and he's like, yeah, you're great. You wonder why I fed you twice this week. It's because I love you so much. But actually, and dude, you could tell that wine was poisoned immediately.
Yeah,
as soon as he was, because he was so obvious, he picked it up and he was like,
dude, that dude has the Walder Frey. We all know who he is. Like, he's
How to Save a Life.
The Red Wedding and all that stuff. But he has the worst poker face of all time. Like he was like you know, it's like you'd play poker with this guy.
I put a whoopee cushion under all your seats.
You take everything from him because you're like. So, you have a full house, like I know you have.
Kid's got fucking alligator blood.
I splash the pot whenever I fucking feel like it.
But dude, to start this, I mean, it started with a fucking bang, like, cause he does that, he drinks the wine, and that girl tries to drink it, and he's like, no wine for you, you fucking lady. I'm not wasting good wine on females.
He said it like, but he said it just like such an asshole way. He's like, I won't waste good wine on a woman. So I was like, he's savage, bro.
Someone in the back was like, so much shit on the coats. I hope it wasn't my coat. But
it was.
But then you have a really mission, and it's only cool because it's this show. And any other show, like you'd be like, they didn't have masks of that quality back then. But it's Arya. She rips off the mask, Mission Impossible style. It's fucking Tom Cruise as a woman. And she planned the whole thing, but she, you know, she got those gifts from the man with that face.
That was a cool.
Mel Gibson. What name do you fucking Starbucks cup?
Mel Gibson pops up, so the man without the face. But no, yeah, that was a cool scene.
Amazing.
I mean, she got her revenge on the Freys, which she was going to do. She'd already killed that motherfucker last season, Walder Frey, but now she was going to kill everybody that participated in the Red Wedding. And it was cool. That reveal was so badass and cool.
When it happened, dude, I felt like the guy in that old Little Caesars commercial where he's like, so there's no rules, and he takes off his shirt. He's like, there's no rules, and she's like, there's still rules. Put your shirt back on. That's what she basically like. That's how I felt watching it, because it was like, that was the first fucking scene, dude.
Yeah.
And they just killed a whole room full of fuckers, and it was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, it was. And she walks off like, you know.
Best opening to a Game of Thrones series ever?
Nah, I mean it's close, but it's not the best. I don't think.
Well, it's better.
When Ned Stark was alive. Yeah, it was a cool opening for sure. And then you go and you get to see the White Walkers, the fucking army. And they got giants, bro.
Extra large Frosty.
You know, and they're still looking for the spray tan salon because it's been a while.
And you know, we got to mention here when we're talking about the White Walkers because they're very zombie-ish.
You racist, man.
Rest in peace, George Romero.
Oh yeah, George Romero.
Even in that scene, you have to give him some credit for because he's the godfather of the great zombie movies. So
started it all.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah, that was a cool scene. I mean, you saw how massive their army is now. Like again, they've got those giants walking with them, and you know, he's got his homeboys from the fucking north, but we got our homeboys from the south. What up, bitch? Biggie Smalls versus Tupac coming up, round 2.
Speaking of which, Cersei, we go to
Notorious.
We go to Cersei, and she's walking basically on her children's puzzle that she's made.
By the way, that scene, yeah. Go ahead. What you
I was just gonna say she's made this whole wonderful painting. She ruined a perfectly good floor, and then. Jamie, this is that rusty Game of Thrones
walks in, yeah.
Jamie walks in, and they have their little argument. And basically, what they're trying to paint is that King's Landing is fucked.
Yeah, pretty much. They're surrounded by enemies everywhere.
But they're still like so fucking vain that she, even in their fucked state, she had sent Jon Snow a letter saying, "Hey, I know everything's going great for you, but you better come here and fucking kneel to me."
She's bad bitch.
Or
I like bad bitches, but fucking problem.
It's basically the scene from 300 when he sends the messenger.
Yeah.
But Jon Snow didn't kick anybody into a pit, which fucking sucks.
That's what Cersei is, man. Cersei is just a 1000% savage level of don't give a shit, and I'll fucking take you down and burn with you, bitch. I don't care. And that's what even Sansa was warning Jon Snow about. He was like, I know her. And he's like, you sound like you admire her. And he's like, I learned a lot from her. Because, I mean, obviously she is one of the biggest backstabbers that's been surviving from day one. So she knows how to play the game, Game of Thrones.
If you could forget the fact that her brother's been inside of her, she would be the craziest sexual partner that you've ever had.
Well, yeah, obviously the fact that she's had sex with her brother already tells you everything you need to know. She definitely would be the craziest you've ever
That's all you need to know.
But Jamie walked in, it was so funny when he walked in, he like looked at the floor, and he looked at the painter, and he was like, and it was like, God damn it, did you use the credit card for loans again, you stupid bitch?
We're on a fucking budget.
I have a metal hand. I can't even afford a real prosthetic. But yeah, he walked in and gave her this look, and then he's like, we need to talk about Tommy. We need to talk about our baby boy that threw himself. You know, I already know all the
Just
maps.
to get away from you.
It's like, I already know like where shit is. I know every fucking mountain. I don't need like a GPS on the floor. I know we're fucked. And she's like, but we have to build a dynasty. Well, they say it's a dynasty, but they say dynasty.
The Patriots.
And he's like, for who? All of our children are dead. I was like, damn. And then she was like, for us. He's like, we're fucking reaching middle age. You're having a crisis right now. We've got, look, if we have another kid right now, we got lucky that the 3 that we had didn't have like fucking one eyeball. If we do it again, I think shit's gonna get really wild. Our babies are gonna come out fucked up. They're gonna come out like Leatherface or the Hills Have Eyes kids.
It's time to stop now, Mac.
Anyway, so that scene goes down, and I think that I liked it because you see that Jaime Lannister is looking at her like, you're fucking losing it. Like, you really are losing it, which I think that Jaime Lannister is gonna be the big wild card. I think he might flip sides. Because when she was like, I like that scene when he was like, your baby brother, your little brother that you didn't kill, the one you love so much, Tyrion, badass that she is. She was like, he's sailing right now with Daenerys Targaryen, the whore, and he's on that side, and you let him live, and he killed our father, and we're the last of the Lannisters, pretty much. That matters, what she said. And he's like, just the way he looked and his composure was like, so he's my brother.
Yeah.
I mean, I like him better than you now.
She's the worst about that shit. She's never fucking happy. Like, you could get a promotion. Like, if she was your wife, you come home, you're like, honey, I got a promotion today. I bought us a new house. She's like, yeah, but Dan's wife up the street got her a nicer house. And you remember the other night when you fed me fucking Wendy's, and you're like, well, we were on a goddamn budget. Seriously, we're poor as fuck.
So why don't you go up with Dan's wife and fucking go get Steak and Shake, you bitch? Because I can't afford Steak and Shake right now. Wendy's triple burger for you. Actually, you're getting a double.
Even that shit's getting expensive. It's hard to live these days,
it's
Jay.
fucking bad. Sometimes you gotta go to the dollar store. Yeah, so that happened, and then what else went down? I'm not gonna get to that point.
Urine.
Oh, dude, the montage of Hershey squirts with poor ass fucking Sam Tarly. I can't get over I literally, dude, it made me sick.
Like, it was the Rocky IV montage of shit and soup.
I have seen the Human Centipede 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's not a fourth one, but I've seen them all. And for some reason, just the way that they were shooting those scenes, transitioning to soup, cleaning up poop, dumping poop, and just seeing all the turds.
It's like they went to Sam Raimi and said, hey, can you make us a poop/shit commercial?
I was like, can you please stop? It was funny though, Sam was like, look. I was starting to do that myself.
They made a fucking symphony. It was almost too much. Like, it almost didn't fit. Because it was basically like, what if Samwell was Baby Driver?
Yeah. It was kind of like, it was starting out to be its own Disney musical, like in Fantasia, when it's like the pots banging together, it's like, bum, ba-dum, ba-bum, ba-bum. This is called the poop song. Poop. Dumping poop. It's pouring soup. Dumping poop. But anyway, it was gross. It was so nasty.
But it was feel a juicy squirt, diarrhea.
Boom, boom, diarrhea. Boom, boom. When you've got no job options and that's all you've got, you're gonna clean poop.
It's basically the Sword in the Stone, the Game of Thrones version.
Well, I know what the scene was meant to showcase. It was showing you that Sam is underappreciated. He's not. Nobody's giving him a job worth of fuck except cleaning poop out. They don't believe him about the dirty White Walkers coming from the north. They don't believe anything he says except for one maester. And he's just kind of like having to do what he's got to do to make a check. I mean, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. And eventually, though, he does see where they keep all the good shit behind the locked doors. And he gets an idea in his smart brain. And he's like, I'm going to go wait and steal Maester, old man that gave me the guy's liver earlier in the scene, and go into that locked room and get all sorts of books on the legends of the Long Night. And he does, and it's cool. Like, it was cool. I like Sam, and I hope that Sam gets more and more, like, he gets more of a shining spotlight, because I hope he does become, like, the fat, reluctant, heroic guy. I know he is. I mean, he's already proven himself multiple times as being, like, yeah, he's kind of cowardice, but he's the most, I think he's the most everyday guy.
But it's Game of Thrones, so he's going to die a horrible death.
Hold the door.
You're going to have to watch.
He won't die.
But speaking of, going back to the Cersei thing, like, when her and Jaime have their conversation, they just, as you do, you walk out onto your magnificent castle's porch, and there's a fleet of ships coming to you. And I can't think of the guy's name right now.
Yurlin.
Yurlin? That's why I said urine earlier. I couldn't think of the fucker's name.
His breath probably does smell like urine.
Dude, he looks like Shia LaBeouf had sex with the lead singer of Motley Crue.
Yeah, it's Yurlin Greyjoy. Yurlin Greyjoy, the dude that basically killed his brother and took over the Iron Islands throne. And he's coming over to maybe make alliances with the King's Landing, and she's like,
"Wants a queen."
You know, Jaime's like, "I've been to that country and it sucks, and he sucks. And what do you want him for?" She's like, "He's coming here for a queen." He's like, "What the?" He's like, "You're my sister, fucker." And so, you know, they have this meetup with Yorland, and he's talking about selling the idea of why they would make a good alliances. And then he looks at Jaime, and he's such a douche in the car. By the way, the mountain was
supreme
cool.
dick face.
The mountain was badass, dude. He takes one step towards the throne, and the mountain's like, not in mine.
Did you notice this? Yeah. Did you notice the small scene, by the way, when they're out on the porch and they go to step inside? The Mountain walks ahead of all the other soldiers, and they all look like Muggsy Bogues walking behind him. They're so fucking tiny.
I love the Mountain. I thought he looks badass. I can't wait to see him play more of a part in the coming episodes. But
dude, that dude went in there with straight iron balls.
I know. Well, he did. I mean, he didn't care, and he put his foot on one step after he backed away. He did it again. He was like looking at the mountain. He's like, "You gonna do something?"
He looks like he smells like Doritos and poop.
But he went after Jamie, and he started saying, he's like, I remember, he was like, you know, Jamie's like, I came to your island when we conquered you because you're not a king and all this stuff. And he's like, yeah, I remember that day. You came out there and you were slicing and slicing all my countrymen, and I liked it. It was cool. And he's like, those were your own kin. He's like, well, you know, I don't give a fuck. And so he's kind of the same Ramsay kind of asshole that is a perfect match for Cersei in these bygone days. And he was like, you know, he goes, you're not going to trust me? Fine. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go prove myself and bring you a priceless prize, which I don't know what that's going to be. Maybe Tyrion.
It's going to be Brad Pitt's wife's head in a box.
Oh, God. Become Wrath. But it's going to be something like that along those lines. Maybe he kidnaps Tyrion. I don't know. But he was really going hard after Jamie. I thought Jamie was going to fucking snap.
He's the new Ramsay / Joffrey for this season, maybe.
Because Jamie's like looking at him and he's like telling Cersei, you know, Euron's trying to sell himself, and he's like, I've got 1,000 ships and 2 good hands. And he's like, motherfucker.
That was a dick move.
Yeah. And then, you know, he even says, it's like, you know, I think that one of them says you killed your brother. He's like, yeah, you should try it. It's very freeing. Oh my God. It was a cool scene and I liked it. Euron's an asshole, but he's one of those guys, again, that's going to be an interesting character to see how he develops and unwinds. So then we get to, let's talk about...
he's like the dark YouTube Peter Pan.
Yeah. That's... Yeah. Keep on to those happy thoughts. Yeah. Anyhow, also, Sandy Clegane is finally seeing shit in the fire. He's got drunk enough that he finally sees the Lord of the Light in the fire. And he has this vision. They go to this house, which, I mean, I don't remember the couple.
It was the...
not the couple, the guy and the daughter.
You guys are on your shit with this stuff, so tell us if we're wrong. I'm just going to be open and free with you. I'm just going to let my balls dingle and dangle. I think that was... You remember back a couple seasons ago when the Hound visited those people and he ended up... I think he stole their coin purse? Mm-hmm. I think that was them.
Well, I know. I mean, obviously, he mentioned...
Was that them?
I don't know.
That was the little girl's corpse?
It was a little girl.
I think so.
It was a little girl and her dad, and they had obviously, like... We're gonna starve, so he sliced the little girl's neck and they died together or whatever. And it was, he even buries them. So
I think that's why he was so upset. Yeah. I think that's the people he stole like the silver from or whatever. But I'm not sure.
But you see that, and Clegane is, I guess he starts slowly coming. I mean, by the end of the scene,
what the fuck are you?
By the end of the scene, he's believing in the Lord of the Light. You know, he's telling Edmonton, I think that's his name, Ed something. About how Lord of the Light, he goes, I've met men more special than you. Your shit. I was like, you're the worst stepdad ever. Like it's the same speech that your stepdad would have with you. You'd be like,
I think you're about a 6.
Yeah, he's like, I've met better than you. People have hung from the crossbeams.
But it was funny because he called him a bald cunt.
He's like, yeah, I know. I would have been like that guy. I'm like, yeah, so. He's like, so I want to go somewhere people know us and love us. He's like,
talk about a little place called Aspen.
Yo, I don't know, Lloyd. The French are assholes. but anyhow, that was a cool scene. So I guess now Clegane believes in the Lord of Light, and maybe the Lord of Light has chosen him to be the Light of Lords. I don't know. That's gonna be interesting. And you know, I know it's coming down. It's gonna happen.
Clegane Bowl.
The Mountain versus the Hound. It's gonna happen, dude. Yeah, it's gonna happen bad. Undertaker versus fucking Kane.
I don't think it's gonna be till next season though. I think they're gonna make.
I thought this was the last season.
No, there's 2, Jay.
Oh,
2 mini seasons. The next season's gonna be 6 episodes.
Sriracha sauce.
I put that on everything.
Oh, and another quick scene after Arya. We got introduced to Arya being badass as well, being back into the season, or in the beginning of the season. She also runs into Ed Sheeran hanging out in the forest singing a song called Lost Girl in the Woods. I don't know who's think I had to suck to be on this episode. But it was Ed Sheeran. I'm like, why are you here?
It was so
What
weird.
are you doing?
It almost took you out of it. It was too much.
I mean, he wasn't bad or anything.
But he actually looks like he fits into that like teenagers in the woods who haven't showered in 2 weeks.
I felt like LL Cool J in Halloween 7 when he was talking to Josh Hartnett. You're like, comb your hair. It's like, that's not hot. You look like you just roll out of bed, you motley fuck.
You're talking about LL Cool J when he was the security guard.
Yeah,
and reading to his wife's like, I put my hand up on a round melon and squeeze tight. But they let her get drunk, and then there's just a funny moment where they're like,
I like that.
What are you doing out here in the woods? And she's like, I come to create the queen.
And they're like, she's like, no, I'm serious. Weird. But it was cool, that scene specifically, because I think they were just showing the perspective that everyday dudes.
It would have been a good
are in the King's army.
Segue into a porno too.
Yes. Gangbang style 5.
Weird porn.
And she's young, so we shouldn't mention that. That's bad. That's not porn. That's something illegal. So
between the young boys.
I didn't mean. We're not helping ourselves.
That's not what I meant to say.
We're digging it deeper. It's like, fall in the hole and have a good time.
Have we gone back to talking about how bad Wendy's prices are? Because that's the real fucking.
I cannot believe they actually call that shit chicken nuggets. It doesn't even taste like it. But no, anyhow. So yeah, that was cool, and I think they were showcasing again, or just the idea that she's going in there with a vengeance. She wants to kill Cersei. She wants to wipe out King's Landing.
Finally, it took way too long to get to it, maybe, but it was such a fun episode. Who cares? We finally get to see Daenerys and Tyrion.
Like warriors march
together as one.
I guess it's a Dragonstone. Is that the?
It's her homeland.
I know that she's going back to there, but I'm saying is that the place they landed? Was it Dragonstone or Dragon's Reach or some shit like that? It was badass scene. I mean, she finally arrives home and she touches the sand and the dragons go up there and make home.
It was very fucking Prince of Thieves, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Yeah,
you know.
I felt like I thought maybe Brad Pitt was going to be meeting him on the shores, but like, do you know what lies beyond the seas and beyond Cersei that cunt? Immortality, take it, it's yours. We are not men, we are lions. But it was a cool scene. The music was great. It has a swelling, awesome orchestra, and then she walks in, she's touching everything, and it's like you're gonna get germs everywhere. But she finally and then she does this cool stance, and she's looking at Tyrion, and Tyrion's impressed with the dragon carved on the stone. I would be too. I was like, how'd they do that? And she's like, I felt very Benedict Cumberbatch, shall we be good? I was like, yeah.
That's basically what she did too.
Yeah, that's what she said, and then also, so that's really cool. I mean, Daenerys is back. Bad bitch on the homeland. Mama's home. Mama gonna
hang time.
Mama gonna chop your dicks off. Also, really quick, the worst ever friend-zoned guy of all time makes an appearance. Jorah Mormont, with his dirty ass arm, tries to pull Samwell into or tries to grab him. He's like, has Daenerys Targaryen arrived on the shore? And I'm like, holy fuck, Jorah!
Go!
I was like, Jorah, you literally have become the very face and the definition of friend-zoned as fuck. I mean, and by the way, I'm just going to let you know something, Jorah. That's never going to heal if you don't stop picking. He's all covered in scales. He looks like the lizard from Spider-Man. Doc Connors. It's so nasty, his arms. I mean, so what's Jorah going to do? I don't know. Slither around, snaky slithery.
I'm a slithery snake.
But yeah, that was a cool thing that he's still around, I guess. I mean, I guess that's cool. I like Jorah, kinda, but then it's like, Jorah, I mean, come on, man.
Just give it up.
Delete your Facebook account, go into hiding.
She's just not that into you, bro.
She's just not that.
You gotta learn.
There's always a chance.
But yeah,
so you're saying there's a chance?
I think that's mostly. I know there was some other stuff too. Oh, and Bran, of course. They show up at the wall. The Wall of Wonder. They show up at Walmart, and it takes them a second to let him in, but they let him in. So it's just enough to piss you off, because he arrives right after Jon Snow walks out.
I was like, I want to see a reunion, goddammit. Give me some happy thoughts.
It really is like fucking Walmart, dude. Because you ever lose your significant other or whoever you're with in Walmart, and then you go to find them, but you know that they're circling the store at the same time you are, and you might as well just go page them like you're a 12-year-old boy lost looking for his mom.
Have you ever lose yourself in the music the moment you own it? You never let it go?
I ate mom's spaghetti.
It's on your sweater already. I can't believe it.
I think that's the whole episode. Did we miss anything?
No, not really.
It's a lot, guys.
It was cool as hell, man. And being introduced to all those characters again, and it was like coming home. Fresh baked bread. It's in the oven. Welcome back.
It was like coming on fresh baked bread. And that's pretty much how I start my Sunday morning.
So that's what that frosted shit was.
Comment below.
That wasn't candy bread.
Yeah, you ate some. It was delicious.
Fuck.
So you say.
How's the pale ale? Fuck you.
Comment down below. What did you guys think about this episode? What do you think's gonna happen? Are you fucking stoked as shit? Now I will say the episode started with a fucking goddamn, and it did tail. It fizzled a little bit. The beginning was where it was at. That opening was.
I don't know, dude. At the end, I felt like the end even had. It was at that point live. Oh, I feel it. Lightning crashes. But it was, again, I don't know why I think of it, and I mentioned it in one of the episodes last season, but every time I see Daenerys now with those dragons and just this whole cool-ass shot and her walking up.
It's like a Megadeth CD cover.
It's Megadeth. It's not Megadeth, it's Cypress Hill. It's some weird fucking awesome group. Molly Hatchet with an album with a goddamn fucking Viking hat ass.
It's like that weird Taco Bell commercial from last year.
This is bullshit. Smells like Cypress Hill concert in his eye. I don't admit to those people. But it was so cool, man. It really is a rock video come to life in those scenes like that. And I can't wait, man. We're getting there. We're gonna get the Clash of the Kings and the Clash of the North and the Clash of the West.
We're gonna play
South.
Swords in the toilet together.
It's gonna be so much fun. I am so. And then if you guys stuck around, you got to see the coming episodes, or I think it's next episode.
I didn't see that.
Oh, it looks cool, man. It looks like just more coolery, more badassery.
I like it. Don't spoil
it.
I
don't want to say anything.
You piece of shit.
Cool modi.
Come back later. In the rest of it.
Oh, be nice to Mike. It's not his fault he can't read. Hey,
Mr. Agam, you can comment down below.
This is bullshit. You always give him the insolence.
We love your fucking faces. These are all Big Daddy references, by the way, if you don't know.
What's your name? They'll run on the wall for you.
If you're new here, you gotta click the notification bell, because YouTube has a secret seance meeting every week, and they're like, don't let those fuckers watch that.
Dude, I don't know what's happening.
Watch the movie
we're fucking, they hide us in the closet.
The only secret is to click the bell.
It's like a Michael Jackson song, keep it in the closet.
Click the bell, follow us on Instagram at We Watched a Movie, so you get all these. We're gonna do every single fucking episode, because we love your goddamn faces. And if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and say, I said, God damn, I gotta get some fucking wham up in me.
Daenerys, every time she just come on screen, oh, I just can't wait to be king. Hooters, Hooters, Hooters.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie. Yeah. You know what? We did a review. We watched a movie. We watched a movie.